Hello, beautiful people. The worst mistake I see people make continually is the mistake of familiarity. Familiarity comes with a serious form of carelessness that forces a man to lower his flag unknowingly. This is why you can see some individuals with great materials that carries with them the potential of changing their life, but you will be shocked that they are standing with others who lack the information they possess. Familiarity comes out of one of these two reasons. Either the person that passed such valuable material to him that possesses it was too close to the person carrying the information, so he devalued the weight of such information passed. Or they have too many important material in their possession, and then over familiarity steps in and they start playing down on what is important. Even though they have such materials, they do not believe. It stops them from making the best use of it because they don't believe. This is why you will see a man following a powerful man, and he that is following lacks power because of familiarity. When you get too familiar with it, you cannot enjoy its full potential. Let's pause a moment and look at one important commodity that people devalues: time. Time is a victim that the old and young fails to acknowledge its value, but complains of the devalued life they have to deal with in return. We all sleep and wake, eat and play at will. So most individuals forget that time is the currency we are spending here on earth. The fact that time looks unlimited, some play without the thinking if time is truly unlimited, and play until their time here on earth gets finished. And then they start wondering, what have I done? Not everyone will live forever. Some will live their whole life in 1 hour, while others in hundreds of years. No matter what category you fall into, everyone has his end. If time was of no value, it wouldn't have been given to mankind as a gift. Time is the greatest gift every man is given an equal opportunity. As the usage of a gift is not determined by the giver, so time usage is in the hands of each individual. Some believe every day is a blank slate in the hands of each man to write on time, and some believe it is in the hands of God. Funny. Both groups are right. If you choose to leave time in the hands of God, you will not be too wrong in your own sight, even though there will be a lot of pointers that might condemn your heart. If you are strong-willed and continue until the moment of death, then you realize it was a gift to you and how you have wasted opportunities. Then and then alone, it will be clear to you that it was actually a gift that you were to use, not to leave to chance. What each man take out of time is not dependent on the giver, nor does the giver questions why time is being misused while a man is still alive. All judgment is left until the dying moment of a man. So no one can say God is unjust because he's a just God. What he does to one, he do to another. All a man will need has been buried inside the usage of his time. This is to say, the better we can use our time, the better our results. The realization to this matter will drastically change the living pattern of a man. Have you ever wondered who is really in charge of managing your time? Your parents, your boss in the place of your work, or your peers? None of this category is really in charge of your time. Every man has a sole responsibility of managing his time. You go to your place of work because you choose to. No matter how good the job offer your parents or peers secure in your name, it will still need your approval and commitment for it to be done. Every man chooses what is important to him by creating time and attention to them. Every day opens with different demands, but managers knows which one they must create time for and the one they must sacrifice. Long time ago, a man tried taking a lady out on a date for the purpose of marriage. But because she was not interested, she always come up with different excuses that are baseless. To the man's surprise, this same lady was offering to organize a celebration for another man for finding his lost dog. Imagine this. And was doing all possible just in an attempt to win his love. The other is begging because she is important to him, and she is begging another man because he is important to her. This is how we know a matter is important to a person. When we see a person creating all the time he has on earth, when it gets to a particular matter, that shows his interest. This is why you will find a man who can easily say no or yes, because he has found his purpose. There are stages in life where people accept most stuff that is thrown at them. At this stage, you can easily join every project that is presented, which is okay, based on you seeking knowledge. But the next phase is where everything cannot go. This is when a man has found his purpose. At this stage, we are careful to know what is good and best for our journey. So people at this stage can get to say a lot of no, even to good ideas that looks welcoming. The next phase is the phase where you have each day planned out and will do all possible to have your daily target as you are interested. So everything outside your plan for the day is treated as noise and weight. In time management, you want to be very careful. You want to be careful with noise and unnecessary weights. Let's start by seeing what management means. Management is a systematic process of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling resources to achieve specific goals and objectives, maximizing efficiency, productivity, and effectiveness. There are two pillars I want us to build around this discussion: planning and organizing. There cannot be effectiveness without proper planning. Planning refers to setting goals and objectives with deadlines, and efforts are made to get plans done. The most difficult aspect of achieving one's goal is the planning process. So many even quit their ideas just for the stress of planning. They could not follow through, so they let go. Beyond the glory is planning, which is not mostly talked about because people most times are not interested in the process. It is always overshadowed by the success achieved. But without planning, there will be no major achievement that will be recorded. The next pillar I would love to take to heart is organizing. Organizing refers to putting the right squares in the right holes. There is one thing to have a good idea that is celebrated by all who hears of it and comes to you to give a helping hand. This can be so chaotic if he who has the vision has not given himself to understanding, because everyone will come up with a suggestion that might modify the original idea. And if one is not very careful, not long, the modifications can be done to the point the original idea is lost in the multiple advisors who do not have clear understanding of the blueprints. So you have to be careful with your ideas and who you share it with. To manage time effectively, we must be good managers of people and their emotions. Because when they're around you, if their emotions are not properly managed, instead of working for the project, they stand against it unknowingly because of their emotions that have been played down. If you fail to organize people as they come in to be part of your vision, the good idea's success become a threat to your vision. The greatest resources every plan needs is human resources. But if they are not placed in their place of strength, it becomes a waste of energy. Imagine you give an engineering job to an entertainer because he is your friend. You will end up running but too slow to catch up with the rest of the world. People, when the right squares are placed in the right holes, then you will suddenly see things working without much energy. When people are struggling to make processes in an organization check, you will easily spot people occupying positions just because of the titles and not the job at heart, and having no idea of what is expected of them. No man can live above his level of understanding. Imagine a man who has no clue about a system, but based on favoritism and benefits, positions are passed. This will be the position with such systems. There will be no alighted plan dedicated to being achieved within a period. They will just be floating in the previous glory and will be constantly threatened if meaningful matters that should drive the system to start scaling arises. Because when such arise, those in the wrong holes will have to be fished out. Organized men are men who do not try to get everything done at once, but they are picky about what task is important for the short term. By achieving that little win, there is progress unseen. But wait on it. This is how big business scales. This is an area I see most Christians missing out. You do not need God to do the planning and organizing of your activities for you. Scripture stated, commit your plans. It said, commit your plans unto the Lord, Proverbs 16:3, and He will direct your paths. It did not say wait on the Lord to give you a plan. It is the place of the Lord to direct and guide you into all truth that will lead to you achieving your plans, but it is your place to have the running plan. It is the place of God to lead you through the path of men that will be great pillars that will help you refine your drives, but it is not the place of God to keep them as long as needed. You need the right men with the right ideas and energy to carry out your ideas perfectly without flaws. But this kind of men does not easily come by. And if you have not built the capacity required to keep them, they will slip through your hands in a short while. If there's a skill every manager needs, it is a skill to identify ability in people and help them in developing and placing them as the right men for the job. It is better to spot abilities and raising such men as pillars of your system, because they will stay. The already made men comes with a pre-made mindset and will hardly let go of what they know to follow something new without referencing their previous experiences, which can sometimes create huge challenges. This is something you might want to keep in mind in your planning process. Those that are already good in a craft might not want to work with you without a reward that supersedes all present offers. And depending on the level of your capacity, you will still need to build capacity speedily, unless they will still leave at the next better offer. As flawless as they look, their productivity comes with great price to have them and to keep them. It is good to have such abilities because they could form a serious critical group. And not long after, those who are weak in faith can easily join them, leaving you to start fighting for what you have gathered. But it's good because it helps your growth. Their presence forces growth, but it is safer for managers to develop and grow with the ready and available persons, because you will be depositing yourself on such followers. If time refers to progression of events from the past to the present and into the future, and management refers to the process of planning and organizing, then what can we say? Management of time refers to the planning, organizing, and prioritizing of tasks and activities to make the best use of one's time. This brings us to the importance of prioritizing our day. How productive one's day will turn out is not dependent on the availability of the needed materials firstly. It is solely reliant on one's ability to coordinate and prioritize his time on activities. We are not where we are because of the things we do not have, but because of the knowledge we do not have. All needed to get a job done might not be readily available at the moment, but what is needed to get a little part of a task done is always available. Is always available, people. I see people making the mistake of trying to get all peace together before starting. What they know they must do. At the creation of earth, God did not have all peace at once. If not, the universe wouldn't have been created with much gap. Our needs are helpful to us. If not, people will not trust God and men for support. And God is interested in fellowship. If not, people would have had all abilities to survive by themselves without any support from another man or creation. God designed earth in this manner. Every creation is connected to itself. The plants need the animals, and the animals need the crops to survive. This is why if one cuts connection with others, he suffers a lot, even death. If the disconnection stays too long, if you fail in all aspects, do not fail in time management, because a man that succeeds in time management will suddenly recover all failed aspects. All right, people, this is where I'll be drawing the curtain again today. I just hope your time has been meaningful. I just hope we've added value to your time once again. Till I come your way again, remember to watch other of my videos and do well to drop the questions if there are questions. Gather the much light you can from them. Till I come your way again, stay blessed. Bye-bye. I love you all.